Let's go to the US now and talk about the way the ABC journalist John Lyons has confronted Donald Trump. Let's replay that exchange.
Is it appropriate, President Trump, that a president in office should be engaged in so much business activity?
Well, I'm really not. My kids are running the business.
But
I'm here.
you are also...
You know what the activity, where are you from?
I'm from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Four Corners program.
Well, the Australians, you're hurting Australia, right? In my opinion, you are hurting Australia very much right now. And they want to get along with me. You know, your leader is coming over to see me very soon. I'm going to tell him about you. You set a very bad tone. Well, go ahead, John.
Trump. Yeah, now, Justin, of course, a Trumpian response, a silly response. And of course, Lyons is entitled to ask any question he'd like. But really, is that the biggest issue from the ABC that Four Corners should look at? Whether Trump's making money in business? It's just pathetic.
Well, yeah, but I mean, have a look at the Orange Prince's reaction there. Maybe, look, I have no idea what story John Lyons is working on, but maybe, just maybe, judging by that reaction, he might have touched a nerve there. Maybe he's onto something. He should be able to ask these questions, and it is outrageous for someone, any world leader, to be going after a journalist like that for asking questions. I would say the reaction showed. But look, don't worry. I mean, anyone who is a Trump supporter, don't worry. There are plenty of other journalists, sycophantic, bum-licking journalists that will be around him to ask him some nice, easy questions. You know, don't stress. Everything will be all right.
Press gallery.
Yeah, they're friendly. I just think it's pathetic. I mean, Trump's response, of course, is silly and abuse. I mean, any journalist, it makes John Lyons' day. That's the best thing that's ever happened to him. Have Trump have a go at him. But my point is about we are paying for this. Taxpayers are paying for this. You don't think we'd want to be examining what Trump is doing to try and settle the war in Ukraine? Or the Middle East, or what's happened with borders and drugs in the US. No, it's just a character job on Trump.
Yeah, one thing I want to say to start off with is that Donald Trump has already forgotten this entire exchange.
Yes, indeed.
The other thing is, like, I'm repeating what you said in your editorial because you nailed it, which is this man is paid by us, Australian taxpayers, to inform Australians. And of all the issues in the world, not just the Kirk assassination.
And Trump is paid by American taxpayers, and he should answer questions.
But I'm trying to, like, with this, I mean, it's not even something to do with Australia. I mean, Australia has its own concerns. When are we meeting Donald Trump? How good's AUKUS situation?
Yeah.
If that is the
okay, so who do you put in charge of who's allowed to ask what question?
Well,
I mean, who's going to be?
What's his
James, all due respect
judgment?
to you, mate, but who's going to be the arbiter of? Oh no, you're not allowed to ask that question because it falls outside your jurisdiction. Do you really want the media to be able to work like that, where someone will come into Chris and say, "Hey, Chris, we've had a look at your rundown. You can't talk about this, this, and this."
You're not listening, Justin. You're not listening. Nobody is questioning John Lyons' right to ask any question he likes. What we're questioning is what it shows us about the priorities of the ABC. Our tax dollars are paying for this, and it's just a little personal sort of lefty hit job on Trump when there are so many serious issues that the ABC should be looking about.
If you're going to protect Trump, I mean, come on,
I'm not
honestly.
protecting Trump. This is pathetic.
You're asking somebody like Trump about how his business relations work in with his job. Now, I think that's an incredibly fair question. We don't know what story John Lyons was working on and what was behind it. Now, why was he not able to ask that question? And you've got people like you that are defending Trump.
I'm not defending Trump.
He wasn't. He got. I'm going to tell your Prime Minister on you.
Yeah, exactly, which is why I criticise him. Justin, I don't remember you suggesting the ABC should be probing Joe Biden's finances. This is the killer, isn't it? Isn't it, James? There was so much evidence. I would have no problem with that.
I would have no. Don't tell me what I think, mate.
Hang on.
Do not tell me what I think. I would have no problem with them asking Joe Biden. No problem.
Justin, we would like James to get a few words in. There's a great contrast.
Sorry, James.
There's a hell of a contrast there with the lack of curiosity about the Biden family, isn't there?
Yeah, completely. And it's just this, like, I'm not saying that he can't ask questions,
of course,
but he needs to apply to the president to ask the questions. And look, John Lyons has more experience in the game than I do. You gentlemen have more experience in the game than I do. I kind of feel if that's the first question is straight to the jugular, that, you know, you should be a bit more courteous. Maybe a warm-up question before you get into that. But that's just advice here and there.
Yeah, I just think that John Lyons is having a lot of fun indulging his own political activism at taxpayers' expense, and I think the ABC's got some bigger fish to fry.